I think that's what life is about. Truly finding yourself. And then closing your eyes and dying in your sleep.
What is an addiction to you? Alcohol? Drugs? Maybe music? There was a man who had all of the above and yet left a huge legacy at just the age of 21. This is not a regular video where we say that drug abuse is bad for you. Instead, we will tell you a story how a man let his addictions get into his head and paid the highest price for that. Jarad Anthony Higgins was born on December 2nd, 1998 in Chicago, Illinois, but he was living in the countryside called Calumet City. The main advantage of this suburb was that there was less crime there because of the small population, but in the very center of Chicago at the beginning of the new century, crime was at a very high level. Jarad was very melancholy but also a little depressed, but he was not the type to sob all day long. He hid his pain, and it all started when he was 3 years old. His father and mother divorced, and his father left him with his mother and older brother. Jarad's mom was a religious person and wouldn't let him listen to rap or hip-hop. He was an avid fan of the Fall Out Boys and Blink-182. He began playing piano at age 4, later learning guitar, drums, and trumpet. But it wasn't until high school that he discovered rap. Jarad's stage of growing up wasn't the best. Already in 6th grade, he had his first taste of alcohol and then painkillers, which he got through fake prescriptions. By 14, he was already on Line and Percocets. Imagine you're 14 years old and you're already drinking such heavy narcotics that can have a fatal effect on your body at any time. The year 2015 has an important role in Jarad's life because that's when he was first introduced to rap music. He was introduced to the work of Tupac and even wore the same hairstyle as him. After a while, he registered on SoundCloud under the name Juice the Kid. In 2016, Jarad released the EP Juiced Up. It's a bit depressing, but also chill release, and what's interesting is that Juice found his style very quickly from the very first release, and he already started to gain his first audience. In 2017, he releases a couple more tracks, and when he went to give his first concert, he changed his alias to Juice WRLD before the release. On June 15, 2017, the album 999 is released. It's a beautiful album that describes the pain and breakup of Jarad. And the most important part of this album is the track that brought great fame for Jarad, which we all know as Lucid Dreams.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you.
Which has achieved 6 times platinum status, has already racked up almost 3 billion streams on Spotify alone, has been ranked number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, and has a spot in the top 30 most listened to songs in the world. This track had a sample taken from a Sting song called Shape of My Heart, for which Jarad agreed to give 90% of the proceeds from the song. Juice WRLD's number 999 had a very deep personal meaning to him. It was his symbol of positivity, hope, and transformation. In early 2018, he signed a $3 million record deal with Grade A Productions, co-founded by Lil Bibby, and partnered with Interscope Records. It was one of the biggest deals of that year, a massive leap for an artist who had just recorded music on his iPhone a year earlier. But Juice didn't chase the money, he continued to make music. To him, that deal meant more people could finally hear what he had to say. In 2018, Juice released his first big album, Goodbye and Good Riddance. But did you know it was originally going to be called F*** You Bella? That was the name of his ex-girlfriend who broke his heart. And the pain from that breakup inspired most of the songs on the album. Songs like Lucid Dreams, All Girls Are the Same, and Lean With Me showed how Juice was dealing with heartbreak, sadness, and addiction. He didn't hide anything, he told the truth, and that's why so many people connected with it. X's death in 2018 affected Juice a lot. They planned to record tracks together but never got around to it. A couple of days after X's death, he will record a symbolic track called Legends, in which, according to the fans, he predicted his future.
Was a 27 club, we ain't making it past 21.
A collaborative album with Future, World on Drugs, will be released in the fall of 2018. Future was one of Juice's idols, which caused him to start using Lin, something Future would regret a year later. Even though the album was not very good, the fact is that Juice is now on top and has fulfilled his dream of making an album with his idol. Songs like Fine China, Reeler and Reeler, and No Issue became fan favorites. When he saw the talent of a young 19-year-old guy, Future was shocked. The next album, which according to most people is the best in Juice's career, Death Race for Love, was released in March 2019 and consists of so many hit and cool tracks. After that, Juice started going out on tours and did a lot of collaborative songs with different artists. Juice won the hearts of millions because of his ability to deliver hard lyrics, and he was understood by people who were going through the same problems, thus helping fans to strive for goals and never stop, and his ability to freestyle such lines made fans even more inspired by him. On December 8, Juice WRLD rents a plane in Los Angeles to return to his home in Chicago. Before takeoff, the pilot is disturbed by the behavior of the crew and the amount of luggage, and decides to call dispatch to alert federal agents that there are a lot of drugs on board and the passengers are acting a little strange. During landing, the police kicked everyone off the plane and started a search, and Jarad took the pills out of his pocket and swallowed them all, so that in case of arrest he could reduce the jail time for illegal purchase of Percocets, even though he was already facing jail time because he had 32 kilos of marijuana and some guns on board, but they were licensed. After a couple of minutes, Jarad started to feel very bad, and the medics injected him with naloxone, a drug that removes opioids from the body, but because of too many drugs, he was injected a second time. Now think about it, after that his body started to destroy itself, and he was rushed to the hospital.
TMZ is reporting rapper Juice WRLD is dead after suffering a seizure at Chicago's Midway Airport. He was just 21 years old.
At 3 a.m., his death was officially confirmed. Juice WRLD passed away at just 21 years old, but his music never stopped, and his message never faded. After he died, his label released 3 albums filled with songs he had recorded before he passed. Legends Never Die is Juice WRLD's 3rd studio album, released on July 10, 2020 after his death. It includes 21 tracks and features a mix of emotional songs about mental health, love, addiction, and fame. The album was a massive success, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200 and breaking streaming records in its first week. After that, label released Fighting Demons in 2021, and finally The Party Never Ends in 2024. In these albums, fans heard Jarad's inner pain, and some songs like Wishing Well, Burn, and Already Dead make one wonder how unpredictable life is.
Let's be for real. If it wasn't for the pills, I wouldn't be here. But if I keep taking these pills, I won't be here. Yeah.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg, and Juice has over 2,000 finished songs, most of which will remain unreleased. Juice WRLD may be gone, but his words, his music, and the way he made people feel will live on forever, because he wasn't just a rapper, he was a voice for the broken, a light in the dark, and a legend whose message will never die. If you loved this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and write your favorite Jarad songs. See you soon.